Yeah, so we had our second game of our season tonight. 10 o'clock start, so it's a late one, but pretty much for men's league, that's kind of a given, especially early in the season. Seems like there's a lot of late games. So yeah, we went up against a team called the Snipers. First meeting for me against them. I'm not really sure if they're normally in B or A. Like I said, I don't know much about them, so I learned a little bit about them tonight. So yeah, going into a game, you kind of like to know people's tendencies, especially when you're playing in a division long enough. Like I was C League, picked up on a lot of guys' tendencies, and they really don't tend to change. I mean, people usually do what they're comfortable doing and what works for them, so it's kind of repetitive. But yeah, so a 10 o'clock start. They were kind of not short on players, but pretty strange. They actually had players that start coming in during the second period for a 10 o'clock game, which is weird. Usually if you're shorthanded to start a game that late, nobody's going to show up. But they actually had guys come in at like 10:30, which you don't see too much. So, yeah, like I said, didn't know much about this team. Game started out, they picked me top shelf twice in the opening period. And the first one was I think it might have been a turnover. I'm not sure if it was a turnover or not, but the guy was right in the slot. I came out, and I mean, I think it was a bar down, basically. I don't know if there's anything else I could have done on that. It was past my blocker side, but I just came out as far as I could. At least I felt like I did. I'll have to look at the tape, see what really happened there. But yeah, that was pretty early. That guy scored that goal, and they were up 1-0. So there was something pretty similar to that a couple minutes later. Actually, the guy was coming down my glove side, and last second I told the guy in front of me I couldn't see it. I screened, but it really wasn't that guy's fault. I don't think I stopped in that shot. Anyways, that was another one over my shoulder. Maybe the only chance I had of stopping both of them was standing up and not going down. But it's just not the way I play, and I don't know if anybody else would have done anything differently there. I mean, they might have made the save, but I don't think they were gonna necessarily knock it down a butterfly for them plays. So yeah, them goals there put us down 2-0, and that was the end of the first period. That was the score then. So we went into the second, and we were fighting all night. I thought our defense played pretty good. I mean, yeah, them 2 goals in the first, but you know, they were good shots too. So you really can't say anything about that. I thought we played a really tough game. Second period, we battled back. We got 3 goals in the second, and they scored 2 on me though. So we were down 4-3 after the second. In the second, now right now I only have 1 GoPro, and the league told me they don't want my GoPro inside the glass, which is a whole nother story. It's a bunch of nonsense really, but yeah, they don't want the camera inside the glass, so I put my camera outside. So you know, always miss basically that second period because the camera's at one end now. It'll pick up if we score on them, but it doesn't really follow me down and catch any saves I might make. So second period, they scored on one where the guy was coming in on me on sort of a breakaway. He was being kind of contested there a little bit, but our player was a little bit behind him, and he kind of lost his edge, and like his body went one way and the puck stayed the other, and I should have really played the puck, and he got lucky and I misplayed it really is what happened. And yeah, so that was their 3rd goal, and their 4th goal, which was their 2nd goal of the second period, was one that came from the point straight on. I was down playing the post on my blocker side, and the guy passed it up, and I slid over, but I really didn't get good position there. I thought that goal was on me. It was redirected, but I don't like my position at all in that one. Like I said, we're not going to have that on the video, so. But, yeah, just to clear that up, I feel like that one was on me. And so we were down 4-3 going into the third, and the third, again, I thought we played a good, really good period. I thought if I could have a clean period, I thought we'd win the game. But still 2 goals. I mean, that's hard to ask for. I thought their goalie played an incredible game down there. he kept them in. If it wasn't for them, a lot of the saves he made, we probably would have scored 7 goals again, like we did last week on them. Not in that team, but the other team we played last week. So, yeah, I think really just in the third there, we put a lot of pressure on, just couldn't get that extra goal, but we did get the one that's high at 4-4. And we faced like a 5-on-3 late in the third. We got in some penalty trouble. And actually, I think on the 5-on-4, I stopped the breakaway, and then they called a hook from behind or something and made it a 5-on-3. But we ended up killing that penalty with a couple seconds left in the game, and it ended in a 4-4 tie. So I said, for the first time playing that team, the two that they sniped me on in the first period, they were some big shots too. Like they were really hard shots, and they put them in the perfect position. And I think I ended up with about 24 saves on 28 shots. So definitely looked to do better than that, but I think given just how accurate them 2 shots were in the first period, that was that kind of, they were good ones. I thought the 2 in the second, I thought I could have done without them, maybe did a little better. So that's the recap of this game tonight. We got a game coming up again next week. And so after 2 games, we're 1 win, no loss, and a tie. So that puts us at 3 points and right in the mix to, keep going. So that's my recap of this game. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next week.